Dear children, today's session is about the poem The Road Not Taken, which was written by Robert Frost. This poem is about the struggle while making decisions in life. There are two paths to follow, the one on which everyone walks and the other that is opposite of the crowd. The person in the poem has to decide whether to follow the crowd or to take the other road and make his own path in life. The poet has his own personality. Now let's see the first stanza of this poem. First I'll read it. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. In this stanza, the poet, while travelling on foot in the woods, reaches a junction where two roads diverge. So immediately he realizes that as a traveller, travelling both the roads is impossible. So here two roads are there, and the two roads symbolize two ways to go in life. The poet first thought of traveling both the roads and then discarded the idea. Then he finds himself in dilemma. So he found that the first road has bent in the undergrowth, that means bush. The undergrowth here represents the unknown world. This poem, the new word diverged is a meaning is separated. And next one is yellowwood. Yellowwood means the leaves on the trees are yellow, and suggesting it is the autumn season. And the undergrowth is the dense growth of plants and bushes. Okay. Now look at the second stanza. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better climb, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had owned them really about the same. In this stanza, the poet selects the road that appears at first glance to be less travelled. This stanza suggested that he has an independent spirit and does not wish to follow the crowd. After a moment, he changes his mind, concluding that both roads are equally worn out. See the third stanza. And both that morning equally lay. In leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, at knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. In this stanza, the poet says that both the paths were similar that morning. Both had leaves on them and no one had stepped on them as they were still green in color. So he decided that day he would take one path and keep the other path for another day. Although he knew that one way leads on to another way, he knew that he could not go back on the choice that he had made. Similarly, even in our life, once we choose an option, we must keep on moving ahead with that option. And we never get a chance to come back and take the other option that we had left earlier. The poet says that in our life, once we choose an option, we must keep on moving ahead with that option only. Okay, and we never get a chance to come back and take the other option that we had left earlier. So we don't have that chances to take the other option. So we have to choose an option. We must keep on moving ahead. Okay, see that last stanza. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. In this stanza, the poet says that in the future, he will take a deep breath and say that once upon a time he had reached such a point in life that there were two options for him, and he travelled on that road which had been travelled upon by lesser number of people. So that decision of his decided his future. Similarly, in future, when you grow up, then you will say that once upon a time, when you were young, you had two options. The choice that you made you what you became of it. This is a very strong message for all the students that you should be wise and be careful while making choices out of the options that you have in your life, because your future depends on the choice that you make today. He is the poet for this poem, and he is an American poet, Robert Lee Frost. He was born on March 26, 1874 in Francisco, and he died in Boston on January 29, 1963. His first published poem, My Butterfly, appeared on November 8, 1894 in the New York newspaper, The Independent. Now let's see the summary of this poem. This poem is about making choices in life and the choices that shape our future. Many alternatives are available at the time of choice, but man has to select one. It's only the future that will reveal whether the decision taken is wrong or not. After taking decisions, we cannot undo them. We can only regret them. Even if we wish, we cannot start all over again. So, taking the right decision and making correct choices is very crucial to an individual's life. Any wrong decision or choice can spoil our life. I think you would get clear understanding about this poem. Now let's see the poetic device used in the poem. The poetic device is assonance. Assonance means what? It is the repetition of vowel sounds in nearby words. See the line 1. Two roads diverged in a yellow road. Here the O sound is repeated in roads and yellow. Okay, so this is called what? Assonance. What is the next device is personification. Personification means what? A figure of speech which is used for an inanimate object or animals, birds, look for, feel human. See the line. See that line? Because it was grassy and wanted wear. The path wanted wear, wanting is a human need. So this is called personification. And the next one is imagery. Imagery means what? Imagery means to use figurative language to represent objects, actions and ideas in such a way that it appeals to our physical senses. See the line? Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. It gives a picture in the mind. See that line 11 and 12. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. This is not imagination, it is imagery or picturization, which is a poetic device meaning the pattern of images or pictures coming in the mind from what is written in the poem. Then next one is metaphor. The device metaphor has used in this. What is meant by metaphor? The device which compares two things or qualities which are unlike. Okay, the poem as a whole is a metaphor because the poet is metaphorically comparing the paths in the wood to the choices one must make in life. So children, I think you may get clear idea about this poetic device in this poem. Children, if you have any doubt, you can leave a comment in the comment box, and if you found any mistakes in this video, kindly
leave a comment in the comment box. Until then, we'll meet you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.